In this video, we will be multiplying and dividing numbers that are in scientific notation. Now, if I wanted to, I could take both of these numbers, write them out in standard notation, then multiply them, and take that product and put it back into scientific notation. But that's way longer than I'd like to do. There's much simpler ways. Now, we really have 2 times 10 to the 4th times 3 times 10 to the 6th. If you look up, these are all multiplications. So even though I have parentheses, they don't really matter. And I can do my multiplication in whatever order I would like. So first, I will multiply 2 times 3, which is 6. Then I would multiply 10 to the 4th times 10 to the 6th. We will remember from our last unit that when I multiply powers, all I need to do is simply add the exponents. So 10 to the 4th times 10 to the 6th is simply going to be 10 to the 10th. Now these two things will be multiplied together, and I'm in scientific notation. Here's a relatively easy one for division, and it works exactly the same. I do it by pieces. 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 10 to the 3rd divided by 10 to the 9th. I remember that when I'm dividing powers, I subtract, and I get 3 minus 9. 3 minus 9 is negative 6. And you may remember when I write things in scientific notation, I oftentimes have a negative exponent there. Now these get a little bit more tricky. Here I have 2.3 times 10 to the negative 6 times 5.4 times 10 to the negative 6. Now, I'm going to pull out my calculator here. And simply do 2.3 times 5.4. Put this over here. So these two things multiply together, and I get 12.42. Now I multiply these parts. 10 to the negative 6 times 10 to the negative 5th. Again, I'm simply multiplying powers, in which case I add the exponents. That's equal to 10. Negative 6 plus negative 5 is negative 11. Now I have a problem. This number right here is not in proper scientific notation. I have 12.42 times 10 to the negative 11. What I need to do is change that to 1.242. Now I want to do a scientific notation number that's the same as this. And the way to remember how to do it is if one side gets smaller, the other side has to get bigger. So this is going to be times 10 to the negative 10th. Now remember, negative 10 is bigger than negative 11. So my answer is 1.242 times 10 to the negative 10th. This side got bigger, so this side has to get smaller. Wait, sorry, this side got smaller, so that side has to get bigger. Let's do our division. 3.1 times 10 to the 3rd divided by 6.2 times 10 to the 5th. When I pull out my calculator, and I go 3.1 divided by 6.2, I get 0.05, 0.5, or just 0.5, and 10 to the 3rd minus 10 to the 3rd divided by 10 to the negative 5th is going to be 10 to the 3 minus negative 5. Remember, when I subtract a negative, that's the same thing as adding. So So 3 minus negative 5 is the same thing as 3 plus 5. So that is 0.5 times 10 to the 8th. Now again, this is not in full scientific notation. I need to change this to 5. This number got bigger, so this number needs to get smaller. So I will change that to 10 to the 7th power.